Hey guys, hope everybody's having a good, a Tuesday. The last few weeks have just been crazy, obviously with the hurricane and everything else, and that was, that'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. Everything's back to normal. We haven't had rain since Milton made an appearance. We had our roof fixed. We just had a quarter of a shingle messed up, and we had that fixed, and now we're just waiting to get our screens fixed on our pool cage. We're missing 4, and I'm sitting here looking at 2 birds on inside my pool cage because they're big screens, so everything can come in, which is not good in Florida. At this time of year, it's okay because the humidity has gone way down, which is wonderful. We even had some cold days, low 50s. The high was like 68 to 70, so that's super nice for down here. But the pool cage needs to be fixed, and so there's, like I said, little birds out there, which they're great because they eat bugs. And the mosquitoes aren't bad right now because of the low humidity. And when I say low humidity, it's probably, I don't even know what it is, but if I told you what it was, wherever you are, you'd be like, that is incredibly high. But it's low for us. So other than that, really nothing going on. My kids back to school. My middle son is back at his college. And my youngest son, he's a junior in high school, and he's back to that. They missed, my high schooler, he missed, because of Milton, 7 days. So we're going to see what they're going to do to try and make them, they say they need to make them up. So we haven't heard anything yet. I'm hoping that they'll just say, never mind, it's okay. But we'll see. And let's see what else is going on. I'm a huge sports fan. Tampa Bay Buccaneers football team. They played last night. They lost, but that's not the big deal. One of our wide receivers, Chris Godwin, he had the ball tackled from behind and his ankle. They wouldn't even re-show it. So he's one of our best. We have 2 great ones. Mike Evans, who also is hurt. And then Chris Godwin, though, they had to cart him off. It was awful. It just kind of woke up this morning, and it was me and my husband and our high schooler, who he's huge into sports too, and we're just like, well, last night completely sucked. It was Monday Night Football. We were all excited, because Monday night, when your team plays Monday Night Football, it's so great. And so anyway, that's life. But anyway, so what we're going to do today, we're going to make 2 cards, and it's with the Yuletide Village, which when I saw this in the mini catalog, I was so excited. I just thought it was so sweet, and came up with tons of ideas. And these 2 cards are very different. This is the first one we're going to make, and it's got snow on it, because if you look at the stamps, they look like they've got, snow on them. So made that one first and had a lot of fun with that. And then I was like, I want to make one with the church. One of the stamps is a church, and I wanted to make it, behind green grass, because that's what churches look like here. And so we're going to do something a little different to make it look a little different. Okay? So here we go. Okay, I'm going to move my keyboard, and I'm going to move my mouse, because I don't want to make everything go mute. Oh, let's see. No. Oh, I hope you can understand me. That one is not supposed to be doing it. I hope you could understand me. Okay, so this first one, let's try not to get the glare. I just came up with an idea, and I just started doing it. I've already stamped the 4 different ones that are on here. There's no dies for this, but these are really easy to cut. It's a fussy cut. I've already got the church, and so I need this taller one and then this shorter, wider one. So I've already cut the taller one a little bit. They're, like I said, they're pretty easy to fussy cut. You don't have to worry about the bottom of the church. Well, yeah, just the church. These two, I put them above the paper so you see the whole thing. My house is so quiet. My husband's at his office. He works from home 99% of the time, but has to go into the office once in a while. And my son, the only one that lives with us, he is in school, so that's always nice. His room is right above my stamp room, and he's 17 years old, so he's a runner. All my kids are runners, so he has practice every day. But when he's home, guess what he's doing? Video games, and he gets very, very into it. So I prefer him not to be home. I got my dogs, and they're usually, when I start this video, my Maggie, my schnoodle, she comes running in here like, "What are you doing? Who are you talking to?" But she hasn't done that yet. They're both asleep still, so. She has a birthday. Let's say what's today, the 22nd. Her birthday's the 28th. She's going to be 10. Okay, so there we go. There's what we're using on this. All right, so obviously we're making the background. I'm not using glycerin this time. I did it once with glycerin, and I didn't like it as much as just doing it on its own. So I got Night of Navy and Misty Moonlight. Now I have blending brushes for each color, and I label them. My paper is basic white. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We're going to start, actually, you know what? I'm going to start with you don't have to go all the way down, but I just, like, when I start doing it, I'm like, it makes it easier for me, not like, oh wait, I can stop there. I don't know. That way, when I do the whole thing and then I decide which, like, if I like the top or the bottom better, and then I can flip it around, which is really nice. Okay, and then with the Night of Navy, okay, that part's easy. With my blending brushes and clean this off. This glass mat is wonderful, and now it is available for everybody, and you get other things with it, including this cleaning pad, which is so great. I only have this one. It's over here where I make my videos. I don't have it behind me where I create all my stuff. But I would like to get another one, but haven't done that yet. Okay. So I got another piece of basic white here. Actually, I'm looking at this. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to blend this a little more. After I just cleaned. There we go. Okay. All right. Once again. I am working on a card with the Yuletide Village, which with not fussy cutting any of them. So there's lots of different ways to use it. That's what I love. Okay, so this is the same width as 5 3/8, and what I do to create the little hills, I just, and probably that one is going to look better than anything because I don't know if you know what I mean, but like anytime you do the first thing, do the first one, and it's like, oh, that looks so good, and then you try and do it again, and it doesn't work. All right, so I'm just going to go. Okay, so there's one. And then, since I've already got this part, then it can go on the bottom of it. Ta-da! Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter because this can go behind it. I don't need to do my trimmer to make it sure it's nice and straight. So there you go. That's how... See, it's going to look a little different, but it's pretty easy. All right. Let's see. Go ahead and glue these together. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down because we're using the embossing paste on here, and it takes a little while to dry. So I'm not putting a whole lot at the top because I'm gonna, well, just on that side. The other ones go on top of it. So see, this is where the church kind of goes underneath it, so I don't want to. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and do well, actually, let's go ahead, since we're doing 2 cards, we can do this. Okay. So I've got this, and this. We're not using this one. And here's my blends. The tall one I use, this is Mossy Meadow. Why couldn't I remember that? That's weird. Okay, so I decide on 3 colors, or however many colors, and then especially if I'm doing something like this where there's lots of houses or lots of flowers or something, and I just try and stick with, however many colors, 3, 4, or whatever, 2, whatever. It just makes it a little easier. And just like this one's balmy blue. So I make the door on this one balmy blue, just like that. All right. Okay. And I think that's crumb cake. Oh, here we go. All right. Let's do crumb cake, dark crumb cake. Okay. Alright, I'm getting so many texts. I don't know. I can't remember if I used. Yeah, okay. It's the dark balmy blue on this one. Stampin' Up, I mean, it's several years ago, they brought out some alcohol markers, which that's what these are, and we were all excited and everything, and I guess there was a problem with them, so they stopped. But really, honestly, the problem was we just didn't have a whole lot of stamps to color in. And now it's like all the stamps are able to color in. All of them. Okay, so I'm going to do the door in this balmy blue on this one. And then this is the door. Okay, oh, now my dog is hacking. So, and then I did that a little different, but there we go. Alright, and then the trim on this is dark crumb cake. And then it's the light crumb cake for the church. Oh, no, I don't want that. There's also like the ivory one that would work well for this. It's kind of similar to this color. If I go over the wreath or the door, I'm not too concerned because I'm coloring those with a darker color. Okay. And then the light mossy meadow for the door. And then the dark one for the wreath. And the trim up here. And the trim here and here. And the tree. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do, I'm just going to use the light real red for the bow on the door and for the bow on the wreath. Okay. Alright. Alright. So, hopefully I can fit this guy back there. Should be able to. Oh, see, I should have made that a little higher. Let's see. Let's see if I can overlap it with something. No, dang it. Well, we're gonna figure that. It was a little higher. Oh, that's still gonna look good. Okay. I don't have anything on this on dimensionals. I'm pretty go a little crazy with dimensionals, but this one, nope. Okay. There's our church. Here's our greenhouse. And here's our blue house. With the paste, we're putting some on the houses. Okay, all right, I'm gonna bring my paper up here because we're gonna use something to make those snowflakes. And here, this is chalk paint. Stampin' Up! Used to have it, and they don't anymore, so this is the ones I use from Amazon. You can click on that and see them. You have to keep like re-inking it because it dries out. When they get really light, that's when you know you got to push it down some more. Okay, isn't that cute? Yeah, Stampin' Up! Used to have a chalk marker, and I loved it, and they stopped that a long time ago. So I had to get, and once I ran out of mine, I had to get more. Okay, so this is the embossing paste. This is the shimmery one, and mine had kind of dried out, so I just dump some water in there, and it's a little thick, but that's okay. I don't know why it does that, but especially with how humid it is in Florida, you would think it would stay wet. So actually, I'll go ahead and use this. All I'm going to do is get some on the edge. And we start, oh, come on, it's so thick, it's having a hard time. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to use, I have a link to this too. These are these little sticks. They're good for, you know, all kinds of crafts and stuff, but I like them for this too because we're going to do some small spots, like on the houses, and it's just nicer to have something that's a little smaller. I use these for tons of stuff, but it's great for the shimmer paste, for the embossing paste too. That's a lot. We don't want that much. Okay. All right. Do some over here too. Does not want to let go of that. Oh, that's like a, I don't want that part because that's like where it's really dry. Okay. Here, I'll get, let's see. All right, so then we're going to do some on the house. I'm going to do some up here, down here. Let's see. Do some up here, over here. And then on the church, some right here. It's a lot more than I did before. That's okay. Some on the tree. I didn't do that before. Some up here. And then we'll do just a little bit down here. Okay. All right, so we're going to let that dry. I was just about to hit stop so I could go and wash this stuff off. I'm like, I can't do that during live. All right. So those little sticks are great. Okay. So there it is. We're going to add the sentiment on the top, but we're just going to let that dry, and let's get this one. I love this one. It's more like what what I see all the time. There's no snow. I've lived down here on the southwest part of Florida for 10 years. Never had snow here. I think there was snow like in the Tampa area before I lived here, but where we lived before, which was on the East Coast and further north, we had snow a couple of times. Not like what you guys have in other places, but we did have some snow. Okay, so for this one, what we're going to do is we are going to change how we stamp the church. It's going to be a little different. So first, although I want to, what we're going to use, oh my gosh, what we're using instead, the dyes that we're using is the Garden Meadow. This is an online thing. This is just so pretty, and I just wanted to use this for this card so that the church looked a little different than it does in the other stuff. I'm getting texts like crazy. Okay, so here's the fence. We're going to stamp the fence, and then I already die cut this part to go over it. And then we're going to also die cut what looks like bushes, and we're going to die cut the window. And there's different ways to use this. This one I did it a little different. Okay. So, do I have paper over here? I do. Alright, so for the fence, I am using Early Espresso. Let's see, this is from my, oh goodness. Alright, Early Espresso on basic white. fence. And I don't even know if these are supposed to be used together. I just kind of liked I liked doing it that way, give it a little bit of dimension, if you will. I don't want to make that, oh gosh. Well, I'm not going to use that part. I'll just set this aside. I'll clean it after the video is over. All right, so my die cut machine is right here. Okay, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay. Let's see, get it goes this way. So there's that part of our fence. Okay, so for the window looking thing, it's this die from the Garden Meadows. Right? Garden Meadow, yeah. You could do this on your card front and die cut it and make it like a shaker card or something. But I just wanted it to look like that. So what I've got here, this is the Winter Meadow paper, which I used on my advent calendar, if you guys saw that video. Really pretty. So I'm just going to die cut one of that. It's going to look different because that paper is not the same all the way. Am I done? Am I done? Yes, I'm done. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, so there's our window. I just thought it looked really cool. It looked like a sky. Okay. And then for the grass, or it's not really grass, it's like it looks like bushes. I've got this piece of paper. This is about 3 inches wide. So this is garden green, and it's 3 inches wide. You're probably going to have to cut some of it off, but that's what's so great. Let's see. Like that. And then this is our last die cut, I think. Yeah. I got to fussy cut the charge again. Okay. So there's our grass. We might need to cut some of that off, but all right, I'm gonna move this. That is great, but man, it takes up a lot of room. Okay. That's a little too high. Okay, and see, it's gonna be a little darker. The sky's gonna be a little darker. All right. So the church. Okay. Need my memento. It's right behind me. Oh, no. I don't need my memento. Sorry. Okay. So what I got here is I've got some blends, but I've also got some regular markers. And then, so this is the basic black marker. And what we're going to do is we're going to ink up this, and we're going to try and not ink up where the snow, let's see, I've got one. Well, see, it's got like the snow, like right there, the lines that show the snow, and I don't want that. I don't want to, I hope, let's see. I don't want that part right there. So, you can't really miss the snow that's on the steeple here. But I don't want it to go over. All right, so all right, all this is fine. We're not using the tree, so we don't need to ink that up. Alright, so up here, I'm just doing across the top and that. I'm not doing, I hope you can see it, that right there. I'm not doing that because that's snow. And I'm not worried about the bottom either because we're putting that behind the bushes. Okay, so and I'm not doing the outer edge of that. Well, I guess I am because I don't think there's any other way. Okay, hopefully this looks right. You always got to breathe on it after you use the right markers like that. Alright, see, so we didn't get the little parts of the snow on that, if you see what I mean. And then if, you know what I'm going to do, oh, I need another piece of paper. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do it again because I inked up too much. It looks darker on the top. Alright, I'm going to clean this off. I'm still here. Clean this off. Get another piece of white paper. I use basic white like crazy. Is that going to fit on there? Let's see. Yeah, it will fit on here. Okay. Oh, I got one right behind me I could have used. Okay. Just want it to be dry. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. Oh, wrong side. Oh, this is the old one. I keep that old one. It's really just the one side of the roof that I do it a little different. I don't ink up the stuff that's in the middle of the roof. This is all going to be a little darker than the other one. But once you color it and everything, it's okay. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, Erin. I didn't even do the whole wreath. If this doesn't turn out right, then I'm just gonna use the first one. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so you can see it's kind of, this is why I kept the old one. You could use, I mean, any kind of old or any kind of black marker. I just kind of, I'm not too worried about this part, but just anything that kind of cut off. Oh, see, I shouldn't have inked it up on that side. Okay, let's see. No, this is fine. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and color it. I used the light gray granite. Hers are usually white, but so you could just stamp it like that and then just color in like the trim and the wreath and the doors and stuff, and it would look pretty. I just wanted it to stand out a little more. Sure, my dogs are like, Mom, it is, what time is it? 12:40. You're late. You're late. You're supposed to take us out. I usually take them for a little walk around noon. So it'll be later today. It is every Tuesday now. And they're good. They're good dogs. I left the door white. And then the roof, yeah, that was white crumb cake. All right, and then our wreath, of course. Okay, so garden green does not have blends, which I hate, but so I just used my right marker Oh, you know what? That last card was not real red. It was cherry cobbler. This one's real red. Pretty similar. Okay, isn't that cute? All right, so not too worried about the bottom because it's going to go underneath. Fix the top. Okay, so there's our church. All right, so for the background paper, that's the wood textured ones. I use that on the advent calendar too, but I really like the, I like that. It just gives it's white, but it stands out a little more. All right, so I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom here. Trying to make it exactly like my first one. Over a little more. Okay. Just doing that because we're going to have to figure out how tall, how far up. See, if we do it like that, it's really far up. So, let's see. Okay. So, right about there. All right. Oh, look, there's my other. I don't have any glue on him yet. Oh, no, it's dumb. I'm not going to put a whole lot on the top because we're putting the sentiment behind it. The temple part. Okay. So, okay. You could put this in your trimmer and cut it off, but okay. So now I'm going to do the fence. Here. Now you can hear my wind chimes. It's been pretty windy the last couple of days. It's really nice because it's so much cooler out. It's so nice because I do a walk, run, elliptical every day, and during the summer it's like if you're going to go outside, you got to do it before 7 a.m. because it is awful after that. So now that it's cooled off some and the humidity's down, I don't have to do it that early. I can do it. I don't go outside every day, but most days I do. Okay. So go ahead and glue this on here. Actually, yeah, we can go ahead and do it. So, back to this one. What I'm still a little wet. What I'm using for the sentiments is the I probably never say it right. Ephemera. There's so many of them in the main catalog and the mini catalog, which they are fantastic. This certain one, this is the Joyful Sayings. So it's got tons of stuff, and I used a lot of this on my little mini CD literature folder album, but there's tons of others. So for this one, I used Christmas Wishes, and for this one, Thinking of You This Christmas. I have more, but I thought I'm going to change them up, both of them. So for this one, I'm going to do the Holiday Wishes. I'm going to put something behind that. And for this one, I'm going to do the Peace on Earth. Okay? And, oh, right, because I'm not putting anything behind that part, so it can stay down. Just a little different. So this is the stuff I have left after making my albums. Tons of stuff. Let's see. I found one in here, and then I forgot, and well, let's see. There's like this. What do you think? That's cute. Let's see if we got something else here that we could use. There's tons of stuff. There was like a... What about like... This might be... That's too big for that. What about that? Let's see. Then you need like ribbon or something in there. I don't know. I think maybe... I think that looks cute. Okay, we're going to use that one for this. Okay. That looks cute. a little different. Like I said, I have more of this, but I just thought I'm going to try something a little different. Okay, so that, and then this, Peace on Earth. Alright, now let's assemble this one. This wood textured one is just 4 by 5 1/4. So I've got a piece of crumb cake here. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then the card base is just white. There's that one, and then this one. All right, what did you do with it? I had it sitting over here. It was Misty Moonlight. I had it sitting like right there. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Okay. I love Misty Moonlight. It's a really pretty blue. Our snow is, it's somewhat dry. It's not completely dry, but we'll let it sit out. All right, so here we go. Change the sentiments on it. So, I mean, very similar, but obviously that's a little different, but both really pretty. And same thing for this. Oh, wait, you know what? I forgot. Okay, here, this is the Druzy Adhesive Back Embellishments. Oh, gosh. All right, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, I see. It's getting stuck on one side. Okay. So, let's see. I'll just try to do it with my scissors. Just give it a little sparkle. There we go. All right, so here you go. Here's these two. It's different sentiment, and obviously this looks a little different, the background, but it's so, you know, looks, okay, stupid sun, looks so good. So, anyway, I wanted to share with you the Yuletide Village and just show you that it's easy to cut them. It's not, because there's no die cuts, but they're pretty easy. I know some people do not like fussy cutting. I had some people that, when I had my classes and stuff, there were some people who did not like to fussy cut, but I kind of like to fussy cut. It's sort of, I don't know, I like it. It's sort of like therapy. So anyway, so like I said, I wanted to share with you the Yuletide Village and how you can change it up and everything. I have some other ones that I'm coming out with, so I'll post those soon. If you have any questions, you can let me know. I'm very good about responding, and I hope everybody has a great day. See ya.